I ain't gonna lie. It might smell like bitch in here, cause anime usually don't bring tears to my eyes. They usually don't, folks. But this was the first one that damn near like really made me cry for, like dead ass. I know that's not a vulnerable place in a safe space, but I'm gonna admit it. This anime damn near made me cry for real. And I know it's gonna be some nigga in the comments talking about it was pretty mid actually. It was pretty boring. It felt like it was missing something. And guess what? I don't give a what you think. Like at all.
Shut up, bitch.
If you ever seen my ReZero video, you will know that I like shows that really make me think a lot. Like this show does that shit with flying fucking colors, gang. Like I'm dead ass. I'm all for the plot twists and explanations for the plot twists. This show rewards you for paying attention, like a lot to every minute detail. This show rewards you for paying attention, and it drops little clues for you to encourage like you to theorize shit. And it's very exciting to see if you was wrong or right. Like it really encourages you to like theorize and like see what happens next and guess what happens next in the show. And my nigga, bro, this show is full of them. Oh, that's what that meant. It's full of them moments, bro. They explain every little detail to the T, my nigga. Like this writing is so fucking good, man. Like, oh my god, bro. What the fuck? Before I get into this, a spoiler warning, if you haven't watched it, this show did come out pretty recently. I noticed that a lot of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so I'm just gonna leave this time for you to subscribe and ask you politely, can you subscribe and like the video because it supports the channel a lot. Give you a second to do that. We cool? Alright. So you know how we do things around here. We go for a story first. And man, this story is crazy. This story is fucking insane, but man, it's just extremely beautiful. The storyteller reminds me of ReZero, like, but they went in a completely different direction, and you can't just be like, this is a ReZero clone. Going back to the previous checkpoint is literally the only thing that these two shows share. If anybody talk about that this is just a ReZero clone, they're literally just talking out their ass. Like, just tell them shut the fuck up. And they literally just talking. Just had to get that out the way. So, our story follows the main character named Shinpei, who's returning from Tokyo to his home island called Hitogashima. He's actively looking into the death of his best friend Ushio, which is kind of like his stepsister because her father took him in when his parents died. Spoiler, they got smoked by shadows. Shadows beat her ass. And I'll explain what shadows are in a second. But little does he know that these deadly phenomena called shadows are roaming around. And when I say deadly and dangerous, my nigga, I mean these things can copy you and everyone you know and love, and you can't tell the difference at all. Like, nigga, I fucked around and sized up my OG after I watched this show, and my brothers after I realized this. Like, I had to make sure they wasn't shadows for real. For them shit made me not trust shit. And they use this plot element to this fullest potential, my nigga. Like, there are so many moments in this shit where the shadow element makes you realize, like, oh shit, that's a motherfucking shadow. It got me in this bitch yelling like a nigga in a theater during a horror movie, for like, that's how, it's so fucking raw, bro. This show's so fucking good. Every character in this show fucking matters, and I love that shit. Like, every character has some kind of significance in the story. Even the one cop they have that has jurisdiction over the whole island. And yeah, you heard that right, bro. Like, that shit is insanity. Nigga, what? The Chicago nigga in me was flaring up, folks, because niggas already over here with RPGs, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, is that a motherfucking RPG? You got a motherfucking RPG? A RPG in a motherfucking backpack? Wait, can we talk about this?
One policeman, nigga? Nigga, boy, alright. I'm getting off topic for it. The whole premise of this show is them trying to uncover the mystery of the shadows, and they trying to fight back and take their island back. when you watch this show, don't assume that you know shit, cause you do not. I promise you, you don't. Like, you thought niggas was friends? Goof ass. You thought that was a regular nigga? Nah, bitch, that's a shadow. You thought you was about to win that fight? Stupid ass. Thought he was dead? Nah. You thought she was dead? Fat neck ass. Niggas got op-ass dads, op-ass moms, op-ass sisters, op-ass friends. You can't trust shit in this show.
Plotted on in between Tiana, Khadijah, Lenny, Carvel, him, her, bodies.
Cause everything might be a shadow, bro. There's plot twist on plot twist with a side of plot twist, and for the dessert, they serving another goddamn plot twist. Like, that's how this show is. And gang, if you haven't realized already, this shit will keep you on your toes. I'm not gonna lie, man, this shit damn near gave me a heart attack because they kept on ending episodes on fucking cliffhangers. And I mean, like, Attack on Titan season 2 or season 4 part 2, worse. Like, it's way worse than that, because it's like every episode it makes you not want to stop watching. Lucky for me and you, this show is already finished airing, so you don't have to worry about waiting till the next week. I would hate to watch a show week by week, by the way. I will absolutely despise it. I can't stop thinking about how good this show is, man. The supporting cast is amazing in this show, and they all have a significant role in the story, like I said earlier. But one of my favorites is Hirizu and her twin brother Ryunosuke. They're dope as fuck. So basically, I have to lay out this a little bit, because it'll make sense in the end. When I really nerd out for this motherfucker, it'll really make sense. So basically, Ryunosuke was killed by Hein, which is the god of all shadows. When she killed him, the part of her that didn't want to accept the fact that she did it separated, and in that process, Ryunosuke in shadow form was transferred to his sister's body. So now Hirizu actually is Ryunosuke and Hirizu in one body, and they switch off and like trade off control of the body. So to lay out more shit, she dies before the final battle, and it's really super emotional ass scene, which was fucking gorgeous, by the way. Ryunosuke is transferred into Shinpei's body before the final battle of the show. So now that I got that laid out, let's talk about something else real quick. The villains are really fucking good too. Shide is a literal pure evil dickhead that you're gonna hate, but you gotta admit that folks is good at what he do on some real reluctant and real stubborn shit. Hein is a fucking amazing antagonist. Her backstory is really good, and the role she plays at the conclusion of the story is phenomenal, bro. Like, the storytelling of this show is really good, and the way they write characters is great. Speaking of the conclusion, this is where I laid all that shit out. The ending of this shit is what brought tears to my eyes. So, okay, bro. We at the final battle between Shinpei, Ushio, Hein, and Ryunosuke versus Shide. They fight. It's this beautiful, grand-ass conclusion, and the heroes win, but they're all about to die. So shadows have this ability to play back, like, video memory. So they can actually be inside of a memory, but in ghost form. So they go back to the beginning of the entire shadow epidemic, when the actual original guy washed up on the beach. And the original guy, what actually happened is he merged with this girl to become Hein. Like, that's not Hein, as you see her now, is not her original form. She was literally this god that washed up on the beach shore disguised as a whale, because they can turn into anything. At this point, Ushio is a shadow, because technically she's already dead. So if she destroys the god, which they're trying to do, if she destroys that god, then her and Mio Shadow, Ryunosuke, all the shadows, like the shadow epidemic, will never happen, basically. So she destroys the guy, right? And they have this real super emotional ass, beautiful ass moment that made me cry damn near again. That fucks me up, right? But my nigga, they don't stop there, bro. They go back to the first episode, and my nigga, this shit made me get out my fucking seat. So the way the anime starts off is this nigga Shinpei headbutts Hirizu in the titties again on the boat. So he does that again, and already one story beat. She's alive. I'm happy as hell, because that's my nigga, for I fucking love Hirizu and Ryunosuke. Mio's bike doesn't whack that nigga into the water because her shadow doesn't cut her brake and isn't trying to kill her anymore. So she just brakes perfectly fine. It'll make perfect sense if you watch the show. And then you realize again, like, okay, Ushio did this, so shadows never happen. then you think about it like, oh, shadows never happen. So then the possibilities start opening up in your head. I don't know if it's just me, but when the show drops a hint, I like theorize and think about like, what does that mean? Questions start forming up in my head, bro. And then one of his friends, I think So said it. So was like, Ushio go beat your ass since you've been going to Tokyo so long. I'm like, wait, Ushio gonna beat his ass? Oh, Ushio's still alive. Oh, fuck. I was like, yo, nigga happy as fuck, folks. Nigga never been happy. If I was happy in a motherfucker, man. So then she sees him, he sees her, for they had this real cute ass moment. And then Ushio runs back to these people, like that's far off in the distance. My nigga, it is Rizu, and his wife is still alive, folks. Cause his wife, he had a beautiful ass scene where he had to kill his wife because she's been a shadow for a very long time. This nigga wife is alive, bro. Oh my god, fuck. And just to think, and just when you think I'll get no more surprises, bro. Like, okay, so he goes to this store that he usually goes to. Hein used another body as a shadow, like as a ploy, and it was this little girl named Shirio, and she's like completely normal now. Like she's still running the store for her parents, like she's helping out running the store and shit. So she's not a little fucking demon anymore, because during the show her ass was a crazy motherfucker. So he leaves the store and they get to this restaurant. The restaurant that her Ushio and Shinpei's dad cook at, and man, that's the moment right there, bro. It's one more after this, but this moment, it was the beginning of like, man, these writers raw as hell. Shinpei is in there talking to Hirazu about his experiences that he had, but he doesn't know if they are memories or if the shit actually happened. And one of Hirazu's childhood friend walks in, and someone walks in behind her, but it doesn't show him. You can clearly tell it's a guy. He walks in the door, and you just see his purple eyes was a real distinct feature that him and his twin sister have. My nigga, it's fucking Ryunosuke. And I'm like, yo, nigga, yes sir, my nigga, what the fuck? My nigga alive, fuck? So I'm hyping shit, fuck. Then one of his kids starts like tweaking out, and he says something like, calm down, Hein. I'm like, he named his daughter Hein, fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck? Stop doing this shit to me, gang, please. And they're not done yet, my nigga. They're not done yet. So they go on to the festival that they were all supposed to die at in the, like, when the shadows are around. They go off to the festival, and Hirazu's like typing out her next novel on her laptop because her story, or Shinpei's story, inspired him a whole fucking lot, or inspired her a whole fucking lot. And she just like, she has the creative juices flowing, and she's writing her new novel, and it pans to her laptop, and it shows a text document with her typing with a bunch of text on it. And you know what the title says? Fucking summertime rendering. Like, the streets is done, man. Like, please stop doing this, bro. Like, it's like oh shit, the moments are littered all throughout this show, bro, and I cannot get enough of this shit, man. Like, bro, when I finished the show, I was tweaking, for this shit had me tweak out, because why the fuck is this show written so well, for all the symbolism, all the little details that they explain, like, they don't leave no stone unturned with this show, bro. But okay, let me finish off the story beats before I get off topic and nerd out about this shit again. This is the last moment here, folks. So early on in the series, when they was all going through stopping the shadow epidemic, Shinpei made this promise to Ushio when she was in shadow form, and she somehow remembers it and bring it up in a moment, and he's struggling, like, and they're on the beach at this point, they're actually watching the fireworks. He's struggling to remember it, but then something clicks in his head, and he says, oh, you meant the promise I made to you when I told you to go through that crack at the old clinic? And then it hit. I was like, wait, they both remember everything. What the fuck? It's like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, come the fuck on, dude. Bro, I'm fucking done with this section, bro. Let's go to the characters, man. I can't do this shit no more. Alright, so Characters. This character writing is phenomenal, man. Like, these characters are perfect, and I don't dislike any of them that I'm not supposed to. Shinpei is a dog, my nigga. He's smart as fuck. Like, the plans this nigga be coming up with are insane. He's pretty much always one step ahead, except for when he's not, because like the shadows, these shadows smart as hell. Like, they strong as hell and they smart as hell. Like, Hein is like really intelligent too. Shide is as well, I guess. Bitch ass nigga. And he's super tough. Shinpei is super tough. He can keep his composure in the shittiest situations possible. And he's like human. Like, this nigga reacts to shit like regular human beings. He isn't your perfect being, and that's what makes him so good. Like, if you really fuck with this nigga friends, so like, this nigga will literally get irrational. Like, he's super smart, but he has flaws, like clear flaws. And Ushio is a perfect companion for this nigga. I love her character as well. She's more like the loud, goofier archetype, but she's super loyal, and she loves the fuck out of this nigga, and she does anything in her power to protect him. And her shadow is super indistinguishable. She's the one that introduced that. Ushio was the first person to introduce the idea that shadows could be possibly like good. And I think that's like, that opened up a lot of lanes, and it made me think even more, bro. Like, I can't stop talking about how much I love this show's like encouragement to make you think and to theorize shit. Cause once I found out that Ushio was a shadow, I was like, whoa. So it's a possibility that a lot of people can be shadows and be on the good side. Mio's a great character as well. She's Ushio's younger sister. She's very shy and conservative, and her shadow form have like this little sis, big sis kind of relationship, and I love that dynamic so much. And she loves the fuck out of fucking Shinpei too. Like, she'll do anything to protect that nigga, you know, even though he was like, yeah, you know, you family type shit. You know, he straight up Subaru rimmed her shit. But I really like love Mio as a character. I think her relationship with her shadow. Yes. You know how many times you killed me, gang? Right? Back the fuck up. Right?
That's what I'm saying.
The only thing I wish they would have explored that a little bit more, but they kind of like, I can't complain about that, cause like that wasn't even a possibility before, so I really can't complain about that. Hizuru.
There goes my She is very gorgeous.
I think I said Hirazu. Well, Hizuru, the love of my life.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Is an aspiring author that comes from this island as well. She's super important to the story, which is crazy. I kind of figured she was, because they show her so much. Like, you see so much of her in the earlier episodes that like, and she's the first character you see besides Shinpei and Ushio. She's like the third character you see in the story. So I think like she would have some kind of significance. She was actually friends with Hein when she was little. Like, she was actually friends with her before she turned like really crazy. And she's really crucial in Shinpei's story and character development. Like, she was really like a kind of like a big brother, big sister figure, because, you know, Ryunosuke and Hizuru were in the body at the same time. So like they really helped him in his character development, and they helped him move the plot along. Like, without them niggas wouldn't have won at all. Tokiko is a real cool character as well, even though she was on some real shicey shit earlier on in the series, but she redeemed herself, and the anime definitely shows her love and gives her the shine that she deserves, because she's a very well written character. Actually, Soul's whole family, like, Soul's cool too. He just a little useless at times, but I think he displays that. So he really displays that he's frustrated at the fact that he can't do anything sometimes. But I mean, look at his situation, my nigga. Like, he's a regular ass nigga, and he's shadow, strong as hell, fast as hell, smart as hell, and like everyone around him got some kind of power besides Mio. Him and Mio are like helpless, pretty much. And the whole Soul's whole family is like written into the story like really smooth and really well. Like, the writing, I didn't think that they would have any significance. Soul's dad is shiesty as fuck. Soul's mom is like really forgiving and really cool. even though she been through some bullshit. Really like took a time, and they really took time and love to show these characters love. So like they really loved the source material in his anime. Like they really paid attention to the manga and made sure that he showed it justice, I should say. Rezu, aka my nigga Torbjorn, cool as hell too. His backstory is pretty fucked up. He had some very beautiful moments in the show. Like the beautiful moment where he killed his wife, like when he had to kill his wife. It reminded me of a moment I think it's Resident Evil 2, the remake, where the gun shop owner, Kendo, the gun shop owner had to kill his daughter. Like it's a real heartwarming, like a gut punch. Like it's really sad. But it just makes that moment when Ushio walked back and you seen him with his wife, it makes that moment even more sweet. So a lot of people would argue that takes away from that moment. I don't think so, bro. I think it makes me happier for him that his wife is alive and he's happy. And small detail, his other eye is there too. That's another small detail. I keep on finding new discoveries in this show, man. It makes me smile every single time. These characters in this show are really good, and even the main villains are likable, especially Hein. Hein has a tragic backstory. Her separated form literally only makes you feel bad for her. Like you can actually give her sympathy, and she's a really great antagonist figure in the show. And I guess she they bitch ass too. Pussy ass nigga, evil ass nigga, fucking bitch. Alright, that's cool on characters. Now, let's go on to looks, presentation, and music. Gang, the visuals in this show are beautiful. The show looks really good, and there are certain like visual representation scenes that are creative when it comes to Shinpei's situation specifically. Like his actual warping phase whenever he dies and goes back to his last checkpoint looks really cool, and I really like the visual aspect of it. Because they didn't really have to do that. They could have just did what ReZero did, just jump cut back to the last checkpoint. And not to say that that's a bad thing, just saying that they really they really didn't have to do that. Also, the scenes where they visually show how close Shinpei is to actually the final loop, because whenever he dies, he gets closer to the edge of time, and that's kind of what Hein and Shide was trying to get him towards. They were trying to get him towards his final loop so he could actually die for good. The fight scenes are really good too. It's not as flashy as a Ufotable, like the Tax Evasion Tyrants and Mappa, but the choreography is amazing, especially in Hizuru and Ryunosuke's fights. They make the fights look crazy, like even the less significant ones. Like the one time that she went to go to Shirio's family when they were all shadows, and when she went to go exterminate all them niggas. Like the choreography in these scenes and the way these scenes look are fucking great. Like, they really they show love to this show, man. Like I can't say that enough. They showed a lot of love to this show, and I really appreciate them for that. And the aspect of sound design that I really appreciate is like the sound of impact when niggas get hit. I don't know why, but like when Ryunosuke be hitting niggas with that sledgehammer, it just make you be like, damn. Like even harder, bro. Like damn, bro, what the fuck? You whacked their ass. A couple of times, like I damn near felt that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Side note, why the fuck the food looks so good in this show? It should make me hungry as fuck whenever I watch this shit. When they show me someone cooking in this motherfucking gang, bro, like I'm like, gang, bro, what the fuck? Like stop. That fried shrimp that Uchiho's dad was cooking, it looked good as hell, fool. I'm hungry as fuck now, man. Shit. Let's talk about that music too, man. The music literally elevates these emotional ass scenes and make them even sadder or even happier. When that song came on when Uchiho disappeared after she erased the god that washed up on the beach, it brought me to tears. So I was literally like just fine until they started playing that music. And my bro Todd said that he about to mute this bitch and just read in a second. And I was right there with him for it. Cause bro, like this like stop. Like this is already a really emotional ass scene for you. Literally just putting these sprinkling tears on top, bro. Shit's so fucking sad. The looks and the music pass the vibe checks for sure in the show, and it looks and sounds wonderful. Like even outside of the music, the sound design in the show is phenomenal too, and I really like it. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This shit was alright. It wasn't nothing special. Nah, I'm just capping, man. This is one of my favorite anime of all time, and I know it's a bold claim, but if you watched it and understood, and like you realize, like, you pay attention and you understand how much attention to detail that the writers had in this shit, like, you'll understand, bro. You will understand. The writers and the animators put so much love in this shit, and it shows. Like, them niggas heard me say I love Cyberpunk, niggas said hold my beer. Fuck is you talk about? You will like this show, man, if you like ReZero for sure. Because, like, this is ReZero in a different direction, and it's way more complicated. Like, you really have to pay attention. Like, I thought I had to pay attention to ReZero, because if you miss something at ReZero, you're going to be pretty much lost. But in this show, it's like missing a math class in high school, and they're using that same skill on the day that you miss for the rest of the unit and the rest of the semester. Are you just going to be behind? This show is phenomenal, man. If you're actually invested in this show, and you actively, like, you go on this show wanting to pay attention, wanting to find a new anime that you like, and not on some hater shit like a lot of anime fans are nowadays. I don't know why this hating epidemic is such a cool thing. I hope it dies out. Honestly, it's really lame. It's really stupid. It really makes people look like they can't enjoy anything, which is not true, because I enjoy a lot of the shit that I watch. Even the shit that's not that good. There's definitely something positive in every anime. Even if it's so ass that is good, like, you can get a laugh out of it. There's something you can get out of every show. And this show specifically, I got everything that I wanted. I laughed, I cried, I got happy, I got sad. I watched some good fights. Like, it was nothing bad about this show to me. I got excited. Like, this show made me feel a lot of emotions that I haven't felt in a long time. And that's just some real shit. Like, this show did it. Like, this show was like the catalyst for that shit. A show never made me cry like this before. Like, to be dead ass. I know it's getting mushy, my nigga. My bad. But anime has never made me cry for, but this one definitely brought some tears to my eyes. Like, I wasn't full out like, yeah, and I wasn't, nah, fuck all that shit, bitch ass nigga. But yeah, I definitely dropped a few tears, bro. And this show is very impressive for like getting that out of me. So if you like the video, man, if you enjoyed the video, thanks for getting to the end, because this motherfucker long as hell. Pause. This motherfucker long as hell. Pause. If you like the video, man, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Really helps out the channel. And as always, man, have a good day, bro. Peace.